So for this video, I'm going to talk about the second part of your poster project. In this one, you're going to make an infographic. It's similar in the fact that you will be using some kind of a structure. The part that's different, though, is a regular poster is meant to give you more visual, so it draws you in and give you very little information. The infographic is meant to do the reverse. It's meant to use the visual to kind of reinforce some kind of either numerical data or text data. It's not going to give you a lot of information, but again, the visual becomes more the secondary part, whereas in the regular poster, the visual is the primary part. And again, these ones have a very specific purpose. So that is one of your key things as you do this. Think about what is the purpose behind what you're trying to accomplish. So as I mentioned, they have a purpose or an intent. So think through that as you kind of think about why you want to use the information you do. And again, then organize it. And then again, reinforce it with visuals. So there are some reasons for why you may want to kind of, again, arrange the information as you do or the type of information you're going to present. So again, as you do this, think about what is the goal. Is it to basically show a comparison? Is it to show a belief? Is it to try and persuade? Is it to show a series of steps? Again, how you go about thinking about this, start with that intent first. Think about how you're going to, again, look for data and choose the data you're going to present because you want it to match a purpose. So as you do this, again, think about that purpose. And then again, think about how you may want to present it. Then find your data. And then again, once you found the data, look at it, organize it to reinforce that intent. So I'm going to talk about three main types. So there's the most common, which is the comparison or persuasive. This type usually focuses on setting up basically two parts against each other. So if you look at the posters presented here, again, usually there's some kind of a title, but otherwise these two happen to have a visual that draws you in. Some do, some don't. But ideally, then you have basically structures of modules that are meant to do a comparison across. Usually, if you want to draw attention, you're putting some kind of visual or doing some kind of a color change. Here's some more. These are more very strictly module based. Second type is a timeline or a process. This one usually is found to form like a path. And again, the goal here is you're trying to show an order, either something through history, something in a series of steps. But again, you want to show that sense of this happens first, then this, then this. Okay. As you do this, how you structure it is up to you. Again, these ones happen to be more circular. These two happen to be more linear, although this one, your linear has a little bit of a curved path to it. But again, usually this one, there's key elements in the path that they highlight, either with color or like simple graphics. The last type is statistical or informational. This one is probably the most plain. Usually it has more of a module structure. Usually there's an image connected with the text or statistical data. And usually it's very laid out, almost like straight up and down. Although this one happens to be a path, but a lot of this type you'll find that are going very up and down or horizontal. And again, the goal of this one is usually there's only one thing of information that you're trying to show different like parts of. So again, not the most exciting, but again, very straightforward, but yet it does the intent of what it's meant to do.